I've learned from a few different other people, especially about the idea of building a brand. So for one of my mentors, his name's Bill Faith, and so he talks about these three concepts, these three skills to build a personal brand. And I want to share them today here too. But he's taught me how the first step is becoming the person of interest at whatever it is that you do. So if you're a realtor in the Schaumburg area, let's say, you want to let everybody know that that's exactly what you do. And so for me, that was, hey, I'm a tax strategist. I'm also an investor. And so you want to post social media content about that. And what happens is people will start to respond and say, hey, a question will get posted in their group and say, hey, I have this tax question, this financial question. And somebody would respond with, oh, you need to talk to this Ryan guy because the Ryan guy knows the question or the answer to that. So I would just start going in these groups and posting answers to people's questions, trying to help people out without ever expecting anything in return. So I would never say, oh yeah, call me or message me if you have any questions. It was just providing that value without expecting anything in return. And then it leads to number 2, which is called the law of reciprocity. So the law of reciprocity is basically giving value to somebody without ever expecting anything in return. So it's kind of like Olive Garden. Olive Garden, when they bring you the bill, they give you a mint. Well, they did a study that said a waitress that brought 1 mint got 10% tip. Waitress that came and brought 2 mints got 15% tip. But the waitress that got the most money was the waitress that came to the table, left the bill and a mint, went to the kitchen and came back and brought more mints to the table. Because what that did to them was say, she went out of her way to provide more value to us, so we're going to give her a bigger tip.
Psychological.
Give value without ever asking for anything in return, right? Law of reciprocity, number 2. And then lastly, he taught me what's called the transfer of authority. So the transfer of authority, you can think of it as like a referral, but it's a warm referral. It's me saying, hey, I don't really know much about title or how that things works, but you really go talk to Steve because he's the expert in what it is that he does, right? Or, hey, I don't really know much about tax strategy, but you really go talk to Ryan because he's the expert in that and he really knows. Or this is what I know, but you really need to go talk to this person. So those 3 principles, those 3 key things are what I learned from Bill and kind of really what I teach other people now.